Howdy, Johnnies and Jennies of the Magic Multiverse. My name's Achija, and welcome inside this Johnny's Mind. As always, we're brought to you by Prismatic Defender Sleeves. If you don't want to break the bank to bling your deck, Prismatic Defender has you covered. If premium foils are out of your budget, or perhaps there is no foil version of that one coveted card, head on over to prismaticdefender.com and enter promo code BADINFLUENCE, all uppercase, for 15% off your order. You'll really be helping out the channel. Speaking of the channel, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to appease the almighty algorithm. Okay, Johnnies and Jennies and everyone in between, I'm super excited because the entire reason I started a YouTube channel for Magic the Gathering content was so I could post Brawl on Arena. And we have a spicy combo-rific Feather the Redeemed deck. For those of you who don't know, Feather the Redeemed is... Oh, she went away. Not a land. Feather the Redeemed is red, white for a 3/4 a legendary creature angel with flying, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature you control, that's any creature, not just Feather, exile that card instead of putting it into your graveyard as it resolves. If you do, return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. So, what we're trying to do is have a bunch of spells that we can target Feather or one of our other lovely creatures with to pump them up and swing in for bunches of damage while maintaining card advantage. And so basically we are expending 0 resources from our hand to pump up and try and win the game. So to that end, we have our 1-mana pump spells. Arrestor's Zeal. Defiant Strike is more than a 1-mana pump spell. We'll come back to that. Gird for Battle is really good because it's counters instead of just basic pumping, and it can hit 2 creatures. Take Heart is fantastic because if we get Feather and maybe one of our other creatures to attack, then we can gain a 2, maybe 3, sometimes even 4 life on an attack, and that's pretty good. Barge In is also one of the better cards because it gives most of our creatures trample. Feather for sure, and then on top of that, a bunch of our other creatures. Then we have Infuriate because it's 1 mana, add 3 power. Samut Sprint because it gives haste and +2/+1, and it scries. And then Storm Strike gives us +1/+0 and gains first strike and scries. That scrying is really good because unlike a Commander Feather deck, we don't have that much access to cards that draw when you target a creature you control. So beyond that, we have Burning Prophet because more scry, and also it's another prowess-ish creature. Dreadhorde Arcanist, because we can pump it and get back our non-targeting spells. Or if we're milled or for some other reason, one of our pump spells ends up in the graveyard, we can cast it from grave for free, target one of our creatures with it, which will make it exile as it resolves, and then send it back to our hand with Feather. Runaway Steamcan because a bunch of our spells are red, and that can just pump out mana. Let's see, a 10th District Legionnaire, because this is a big hasty girl. Big hasty girl. 2/2. Gets a +1/+1 counter on it when you target it with the spell, and then you get to scry 1. Battlefield Promotion is another life gain spell and another 1/1 counter spell. Justikiar's Portal is a protection spell along with God's Willing. God's Willing is the better because it's 1 mana, it's protection, and it lets you scry. Justikiar's gets first strike, but First Strike isn't great unless we're trying to dodge targeted removal and then block, which I guess it can pseudo give our creature post-combat vigilance, so I guess it's okay. Moment of Heroism, +2/+2, and lifelink. So much life gained off of Moment of Heroism. Then we have Take Vengeance, because it's a fantastic kill spell. Brought back, more protection. Often I have used this to bring back Feather and one of our other creatures after a board wipe or multiple removal spells. A Fling, because sometimes you just need to close the game. Pump, 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 swing, fling, and lots of damage. Lots and lots of damage. It can also be used as a removal spell. We can, for example, pump up a Burning Prophet a couple of times and then fling it at a creature that we don't like. Let's see. Fry to get rid of pesky white and blue creatures. Jaya's Greeting to get rid of creatures and scry. Excuse me. Joust. Joust is probably the best removal spell in the deck because it's the only removal spell in the deck that targets a creature we control. So we can, unfortunately, we have no knights, so the +2/+1 means nothing. But we can pump Feather a couple of times and then joust a creature we want to get rid of. If we're jousting something with Death Touch, we can first God's Willing Feather and then joust. More removal in Lava Coil. This exiles, it's really good. More 3 power pump in Sure Strike, and of course Arcane Signet, because it's the best ramp that we can get. Speaking of ramp, you will note that there is no Smothering Tithe. I put a Smothering Tithe in the initial drafts of this deck, and I found that it was just underwhelming. I would tap out for it, and then at that point, the opponent would just leave 2 mana aside to make sure we never got the extra mana from it. So I replaced it with Firemind Vessel because you tap out for it, and it guarantees, as long as they don't have artifact removal, it guarantees 2 mana the next turn, and 2 mana every turn, unlike Smothering Tithe. Smelt Ward Minotaur is a newer addition to the deck. I haven't gotten to test it out yet. This can make our creatures unblockable. And it triggers every time we cast an instant or sorcery, so it's quite good. Then we have Spellgorger Weird because it just gets huge, so big. Then Topple the Statue, that's our other targeted draw card spell. Like I said, there's only 3. We're only running 2 because the red one we really don't want to target our own creatures with because it's deal a damage and it can't block this turn. It's not great. This taps a permanent, so it can tap down a blocker. In the late game, it can also blow up pesky artifacts in the early game. Citywide Bust in case we are forced to wipe the board. Light Up the Stage, we will almost always be able to trigger Spectacle because we're swinging with Feather almost every turn. Risk Factor, because no one wants to take 4 damage when Feather's swinging in for 9. Chandra, Acolyte of Flame, again to get things back like Risk Factor and Light Up the Stage. Boros Locket for ramp. We'll come back to this. Deafening Glory, this is a really good board wipe. Gives our creatures lifelink, so it's huge life swing. Good board wipe. After a couple of pumps, basically only Dreadhorde Arcanist and Burning Prophet die to it. I guess Smelt Ward Minotaur does too. But then again, we also have Power Pump, so Chromatic Lantern, clearly. Mana Geode, clearly. Firemind Vessel for ramp. All of those are for ramp. So, let's talk about Chance for Glory and Resurgence. So, sometimes, and this happens quite often with this deck, you combo quite well, You get them close, but you just need that one more swing. And Chance for Glory and Resurgence both accomplish that goal. Now, Chance for Glory is an odd spell. It is... Oh, damn thing. It's not hovering. Chance. Let's add you in there. Chance for Glory. Very odd spell. Creatures you control gain indestructible, and then take an extra turn after this one. At the beginning of that turn's end stack, you lose the game. So we can give our guys indestructible, and then we get an extra turn. So we can use this defensively on their turn if, for example, they try and throw out a board wipe and we know we can win the next turn. But more likely we're going to cast it on our own turn after a big swing to go ahead and untap, get another draw, get another land drop, and then swing for the win. Resurgence, it does roughly the same thing. It's not as good, though. It gives First Strike and Vigilance, which makes our guys incredibly difficult to block and leaves up blockers as well. And it gives us 2 combats in the turn. Crucially, because of the way it's worded, you have to cast it during your first main phase, in case you didn't know it. I didn't know it my first time. I tried to cast it second main. I realized that it didn't actually untap my creatures, so it wasn't great. And then Response is just another removal spell. For our land base, we have one of Castle Ardenvale, which will generally come into play untapped. 6 planes, one of Dwarven Mine. Both of these make more creatures to pump with Feather or to chump with. 7 mountains, we're a little heavier on the red than the white. Sacred Foundry, Shockland, gotta run it. Temple, Scryland, gotta run it. Windscarred Crag, gain land, gotta run it. Evolving Wilds, I ran this over the Guild Gates just for the sake of thinning the deck, and we can get whatever color we want, so it is a dual land. Fabled Passage, for the same reason, but it also comes into play untapped. So, that's the deck. I'm gonna find us a match, and we'll start getting into the games. Alrighty, so, what are we up against? An Oko deck. I haven't played an Oko deck yet. And this hand is shit, so we will take our free mull. This hand is far and away better. We will keep 7. Got that citywide bust. We'll run out of planes. We'll go ahead and try and build up with Castle Ardenvale for a while. See what kind of deck we're dealing with before we try and go in and combo. Okay. We'll run out of Castle Ardenvale. Then we cast their Oko,
Walk with me,
which is problematic.
Surely you must be famished.
What do you do? A 3/3 elk. That's unfortunate. This might just be a terrible fucking matchup for us, because Oko can kill Feather every time. By plussing. And it perma-kills Feather, too. Huh. Well, let's run out a mountain. And we'll pass. If we can find Fry, we can kill Oko. Not that it helps, but hey. Yep. Oko is a problematic card in every format. Semut Sprint would also do it. Ooh, Justikiar's Portal also does it. Let's throw out another mountain. Because if we feather, we can Justikiar's Portal in response to the Oko activation. That will do it. But we need feather plus 2 mana, one of which is white. So we'll leave off for now. So we'll play a Plains next turn, then we can feather holding up Justikiar's Portal, and then we can pump the ever-loving crap out of it and try and kill Oko. Oh, he turns off our mana rocks too. Yeah, Oko might just be a bad matchup. Resolves. Deafening Clarion would be ideal here. Yep. Make your food token.
Welcome to the feast.
Pass. Go ahead and hit me for 5. This will be like the second game ever I've lost with this deck. So, goes to show you how my luck is when I try to record. Ooh, Take Vengeance. That's nice. I think we throw out Feather, hold up Justikiar's Portal, and Scoop if they have a counterspell. What you got, opponent? Taking their sweet time. You got a counterspell? Alright. They're going to tick up the Oko, try to target Feather with it. We're going to Justikiar's Portal. Yep. Got a counterspell? Yep. And that'll have us scoop it up. Wait a minute. They were going to +1 and... Oh, they're going to switch control. Alright, that's fine. Yep. Alright, let's try and find another game. Oh, alright. Feather versus Feather. Let's see how this goes. I also haven't played the mirror match. Ooh, we've got to Take Vengeance for their Feather. A response for their Feather. And not much for our Feather. We'll keep 7. Why not? We're already having Bad luck, as per usual. So let's gain a life and pass. Mountain, no. Plains. Okay. Hey, land. That's what we needed. Land. Probably risk factoring this turn. We are a bit more on the control-y side. Ooh, and we've also got a Chandra for, excuse me, extra rub-ins of the... Pass to attackers. Yeah, we can take 2 this turn. Pass to damage. Take our lumps. What you got? Opponents in the tank. I think risk factor is the best thing here. Four damage or draw 3. Your choice, opponent. Now, if they have lifelink cards in their hand, they may just take the damage. Yep. So they probably have lifelink in hand. Good to know. We're gonna go ahead and pass turn. We're probably gonna take vengeance. We're probably gonna risk factor this turn. Take vengeance the feather. Unless they have God's Willing. They could have God's Willing. We'll see if they have... Oh! Aurelia. Yep. Yep. Nope. We're not gonna risk factor this turn. We are gonna do the thing where we kill the frickin' Aurelia with the response. Pass to combat. Oh, we can't kill the Aurelia with the response. That's fine. Resolve. We can, however, kill the feather. Pass to attackers. Do you have vigilance? No, just flying and mentor. That's fine. No, no feather. Pass to blockers. Pass to damage. My turn. This is not going great for us. Not going great at all. Trample if it's red, Vig if it's white. Nope, not going great. I guess we... God, it feels so bad to take vengeance. The soldier, but we're gonna take vengeance the soldier. And pass through. Take our 4. Continue to miss land drops. Ugh. I'm not bitter. Promise. So they went a mentor route with it. That's interesting. We definitely went more on the control routes. Yep. Hasty, mentory, goodness. Pass to attacks. Take our 8. Oh, toughness. Oh, why is it toughness? Feck. Alright, we'll citywide busts. Take our 4, and then I suppose next turn we are gonna have to play Feather. Take another 4 to 6. This is assuming they do nothing, which is unlikely. Oh, goodness. Rapacious Dragon. I believe that closes the game. Yeah, that closes the game. Let's go ahead and scoop it up, and I'll see you in the next game. Well, I lost an entire game. So, we won, though. I'll see you guys next round. Ooh, this'll be fun. A burn deck. This is a good hand. We will keep it. This is a really good hand. We'll start with Temple to Scry. God's Willing is amazing. We'll leave it there. Then we will Wilds for a mountain. Go ahead and set that stop there, because we know we're going to need it. Okay. Let's do attackers. Yes. Resolve, go get a mountain, and pass turn. That's a lava coil. Lava coils are good. Plains. We will risk factor in their end step. Diamond Knight. Resolves. Pass to attackers. Risk factor. Four damage or draw 3? Draw 3. Ooh, lands. We'll start off with a mountain. We will lava coil this bitch here. And pass turn. Lands make me quite happy. And I'll get a Dwarven Mine. Goblin Banneret. Gotcha. Pass. Pass. My turn. Sacred Foundry. Do we want it tapped or not? I think we can afford to have it untapped. Because then I can Feather. Plus hold up removal. Yeah, that seems good. Hold up removal / God's Willing. look past the blockers. We will block here. And get them with God's willing when they try and remove Feather. Do you scoop? Because I'll do this forever. Pro red. We'll keep that on top. Pass the damage. Pass to end step. Planes. Then we will... should have played the Dwarven Mine. Oh well. We'll go ahead and gird for battle, because it doesn't hurt. We will... Moment of heroism. And we will go to combat. All attack. We'll barge in. Do damage. End turn, leaving up God's willing. What you got, opponent? And we will... God's willing. This... Pro red. You know what? No. Hoping for a little more gas. My turn. Citywide bust, huh? Oh, let's go Dwarven Mine. Create a tokeny boy. We will guard for battle here and here. We will moment of heroism here. We will go to combat. We will barge in. Go to damage. Pass turn, holding up God's willing. Stop that, computer. Oh, we're also holding up Jaya's greeting. That's pretty good. Got a flyer? Got another removal spell. One that can do 6 damage. Resolves. Ah, it's bigger than Archija's Greeting. Pass to attackers. My turn. We will go to con. We will hold on. Gird for battle. Here and here. We will moment of heroism. Here. We will Jaya's Greeting. Here. We will go to combat. All attack. 2 attackers. We will barge in here. Yep. Good game, opponent. Good game. See, this is what the deck has been doing, those first 2 games notwithstanding. Alright, I'll see you. Let's do one more. I think we'll be fine. Alright. Last game. Let's hope for a good one. Ooh, already looking good. Already looking good. Keep 7. Oof. Knight of the Ebon Legion makes it look less good. Let's Windscarred Crag. So Sacred Foundry only costs us 1 life. And then we'll do that into Arcane Signet. Yep. Sacred Foundry, pay 2 life, Arcane Signet, and pass. Alrighty, what you got, opponent? Something terrifying, I'm sure. Put another counter on it. Mountain. We will Dreadhorde Arcanist. And pass. Because we can Battlefield Promotion at any time. Oh, Battlefield Promotion, such a good card. End turn. We'll hold up Justiciar's Portal just in case. Resolves. There's no just in case about it. We're gonna have to... Yeah, we're gonna have to use Justiciar's Portal here so we can block that so it doesn't get bigger. Pass to attackers. Yep. We will pass to blockers. We will block here. Block. Justiciar's Portal. You. Put out planes. Put out a Feather the Redeemed. Let's see. Battlefield Promotion lets her survive. Yeah. And gains me life. Combat. No attacks. End turn. Okay. Resolve. Pass to attackers. Don't like that green mana up. It's gonna get bigger if I don't block, though. I think we arrest our Zeal here. No, we take our lumps. No blocks. Stop here. Leyline Prowler, that's fine. We'll Battlefield Promotion here. Resolve. Resolve. Pass to end step. Awesome. More lands are what we need. Alright, we're going to go to combat. Swing with this. One attack. Cast this, targeting this. Then we will Battlefield Promotion this turn. So we can gain a little more life. And turn, and that lets us block and flicker. Good stuff. Resolves. I think we sure strike, actually, to kill the knight. Resolves. 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 Pass to attackers. Just the Knigget. Knigget and Death Toucher. Pass to blockers. Here. Here. Block. Then we will sure strike. Feather. Sticky Arc Portal. The Dreadhorde Arcanist. Awesome. Oh, let's see. I think we... Battlefield Promotion, Feather, and pass turn. No attacks. End turn. Blackbridge Troll. That's fine. Resolves. Resolves. Pass to combat. Resolves. Decline. Pass to attackers. Because we can kill the Blackbridge Troll. Is that it? Pass to blockers. Here. block. Sure strike. Good old first strike. And then we'll battlefield promotion because that just gets us there and gains us some life. Good old first strike. Let's go get those things back. And that's a land. Later in the game, lands are really freaking good. So we need blockers for everything, so I think we just pass. Yes. Because we straight kill Storev. That'll force my hand. Resolve.
Together we will prevail.
Yep. Resolve.
The land shall conquer you.
This is where we would really like our joust. Resolve. Pass to attackers. Sure. So battlefield promotion here. And that's pretty much it. Firemind's Vessel. To combat. Four attackers. To blockers. No blockers. Okay. Then we're gonna sure strike the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Arrestor Zeal the Dreadhorde Arcanist. To damage and turn. Get back all our shit. Okay. Make your food token. Eliminate your flying blocker. Resolves. Pass to attackers. Alright. We will battlefield promotion, targeting the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Make it even larger. Stop here. My turn. Ooh, hello, Defiant Strike. Can we kill them? Well, that's 3-5. 3, 5, 7. That's 12. Shields down. Three, 5, 7. Sure. Because I don't think they have 27 damage on board. And then we will arrest your zeal. You, actually, because that'll be more damage. Alright. Then we'll Defiant Strike you. Oh, hell yeah. And then we'll go to combat. Hey! And that's a scoop from our opponent. So, let me know what you guys thought of my deck, my feather deck, Razor Feathers, in the comments below. I'm going to keep playing this, and I may have another surprise deck I'm working on for next week. Anywho, until next time, I hope I've been a terrible influence on you, and may you draw lands and spells. See ya!